with your bands on. So pop your bands on your legs. So bands on the legs. Grab your weights, either your hand weights or your bag of weights to your chest. Goblet squats. So we're going to take goblet squats, okay? 45 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. Then we're going to move over to elbow plank with the legs on the wall. So have some wall space ready. So move this back a little bit. Okay, you can see my wall as well. Okay, let's just put the sound on so you can hear the beeps, because I know that's really, really useful. Okay, so get ready. Going in 10 seconds. Weight to chest. Just turn my ready. Off you go. So goblet squat. So weight to chest. Elbows go to knees. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Heels in, toes out slightly. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hope you've got some music going. What we could do is, if you have Spotify, we can share Spotify playlists. I could share my old playlist with you that I used to use for this. Right, so elbow plank, feet up against the wall. Just going to pause this for a second so I can show you on the first round. So elbow plank, feet on the wall. So we're going to hold it. Ooh, slipping on the wall. So get a good grip on the wall, push into the elbows, push the feet against the wall. I'm going to hold it there, okay? So make sure your, my walls are very slippery as you can see, so take care getting your feet on. Ready? So against the wall. Oh, I seem to have lost my top of my mic. So you keep going. Wow, that's never happened before. Interesting. So feet against the wall. Pushing into the elbows. Scoop the belly up. Squeeze into the thighs, squeeze to the belly. Now, if you don't want to do this onto the wall, then have your feet down. So it's an inclined plank, makes it much harder. 4, 3, 2, 1, coming down. Lying on your backs, taking bridge with overhead press. So onto your backs, quickly, bridge, hips push up, pressing overhead with your weights, chest height, center of chest, the weights come down, elbows go out to the side, exhale as you press, keeping the legs pushing out into your resistance band, engage into the abdominal area, really scoop the belly in, drive the hips up, squeeze into the glutes. Wait for the beeps, keep going. One more. Little rest. Okay, standing up, keep your band on. So we're going to kick forwards, kicks to the side, kick behind, switch legs forwards, side and back, forwards, side and back, other leg forwards, side, back, really balancing on the standing foot. Push into the big toe, like we do in yoga. Hands on the hips, trying to reduce any movement in the body as much as possible. Just keeping the torso nice and straight and upright. Just seeing if you can only move the leg. Last side. And down we go. Plank press with the band on. So hold it into plank. Going to do a little press up and then knees in. So plank, press up, knees down if you want to, then knee, knee, press up, knee, knee. So keeping the band on, dome the space between the shoulder blades. Press up, knee, knee. Take a press up, knees in. So because you've got the band on, to work against the band. So you won't be able to bring the knees all the way to the elbow. Last press up. Knees in. Band comes off. Coming into a horse stance, so wide sumo legs. Hands behind the head or to the temples. Exhale. As you crunch. Elbow to knee or to thigh. Nice and low down with the hips. So your heels are in, your toes are out. So balance required here. So the legs are working. Squeeze into the sides, waist. So breathe in as you bring your body to center and exhale as you crunch to the side. One more. Okay, down we go. By hydrants. So on all fours, it's side, back, side, back, side, back, side, back. So side, back, keep going. I'll tell you when to switch to the other side. So keeping the arms straight, torso isn't twisting, just the leg lifting, kicking to the side, other side. So lift hip height, kick it up. So you can keep the foot flexed. So the heel is lifting up to the sky. Check those arms. No bending. Don't lock out the elbows, but keep the arms straight. Last kick up. We'll do that with the band on next time. So one leg deadlifts. Grab your bag of weights. Come stand, pick a side. Hands on one hip. Standing foot. Standing leg nice and strong. Dropping the weight down. Touch down. Then lift the knee up. Flex the foot. Kick the foot away. Touch down with the weight. Lift the knee up. Really focus on your balance. So find a spot on your mat in front of you. Attempt to not drop the working leg, the lifting leg, to the floor until we swap sides. Let's do this all for 45 seconds on this side, then we'll swap. Okay, really squeezing into that standing leg glute, really strong. Let's take it to the other side. Take a little breather, a couple of big breaths in and out. Find your balance on your other leg. Knee lifts, leg goes back. Don't forget to work on your breath. Keep the movements and your breath synchronized. So I'm breathing in as I reach down. Exhale as I lift my knee. Keeping the hips level. So not twisting in the torso. Nice control. Okay, last one. One more kick back. Okay, right. So that was our deadlifts. Now lying down on your tummies. We're going to take swimmers on your stomach. Legs lift. Then we're making a W. So reach forward with the hands. Then lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as the elbows come down towards the waist. Exhale as you squeeze in. Inhale as you reach away. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. Reach. Keep the legs lifted. So really working into the lower back and into the shoulders, into the lats, the latissimus dorsi. Last one. Lower the legs. Push into the hands. Take a little breather. Lying on your backs. Let's take some wet cement. So grab one of your weights. Bend into the knees, legs together, arms reach back. Exhale, draw the knees in towards the weight. So the arms are reaching back, legs are reaching back forwards. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Really attempt to not arch the lower back. Really squeeze deep. This is tough. Into that abdominal area, deep core activation. So not too much space between the lower back and your mat. So we don't want this happening because that's really not good. We need to, so it's like you need to tilt the pelvis and push the lumbar spine into the floor, so creating that hollow effect. Okay, next one, plank, leg lifts. So into plank, lift one leg, lift the other. So you're squeezing into the glutes, alternating sides. Dome and that space between the shoulder blades, so you're protracting into the shoulder blades. Lift into the abdominal area. Flex the lifting foot. So the heels are lifting. Don't let the bum go too high. So keep that plank position throughout. Keeping the hips from twisting. Hips face down. Drop to the knees. That's one round down. Take a few breaths. Take some water. So 2 more rounds of that. And then at the very end, we'll finish with a little wall sit to absolutely finish us off the end. So you've got another 30 seconds before we go again. So use this to recover the breath. So nice deep breaths. Bring the heart rate down just a little bit. Exhale deeply, inhale deeply. So feeling everything calm down. Off we go in 15 seconds. So get your bands back on. Weighted squat with a band. So weight to the chest. Ready? Sending hips back in space. Really drive the hips forwards and back. So it's like a pendulum effect with the hips. It's all in the hips with the squats. Here's the movement. So my knees are really just doing a little bit of a hinging movement. They're not going forwards and backwards. They're staying absolutely still. See, they're not, the lower legs aren't moving. It's all in the hips, backwards and forwards. Protect your knees. They're important. Keep the chest lifted as much as possible throughout. So elbow plank, feet up the wall or feet down, but push into your band. Now, if you want to, you can take your plank onto the hands, incline it onto the wall. Hold it here. Now, this is too much for you. Then come down to the floor and hold your plank on the floor. Scoop the belly up. So we're loading up the arms here, pushing out our legs into the band. Legs active, another 15 seconds. Want to do a little shoulder tap. Tap the shoulders for a few. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step the feet off the wall. Coming up to stand. Then down we go into our bridge. Bridge with your overhead press, chest press. Drive the hips up. Push the legs out into the band. Having the band on really makes the bridge a lot more effective as an exercise. Having to recruit more muscles because you're pushing outwards against the band as well as squeezing into the glutes and into the hamstrings to lift the hips up. One more. Okay, up we come. Back to standing for our kicks. Keep the band on the legs. Or if you prefer to take the band off the legs, take the band off, but hands to hips. Kick forwards, point the toes, side, forwards, back. Forwards, side, and back. Keeping your gaze on a fixed point on the floor. Minimize that movement in the body. No twisting in the hips, just the leg. Forward, side, and back. As you get fatigued, it becomes harder to balance. That's the whole point. Gauge into the abdominal area. Keep your torso static. Okay. Plank press up. Knee in, knee in. So, keep the band on the legs. Are you ready? Set up your plank. Now, if you need to drop to the knees for your press up, then do so. But if you're doing a full press up, elbows hug the body. Knee, knee. Opposite knee. Towards the opposite elbow. Strong press up. Keep the band just above the knee. Just slide up a little bit. So push it down. So it's just above the knees. That's better. Let's do one more press up. Knee in, knee in. Right. Whew. Okay, band comes off. Let's get into that horse stance. Heels in, toes out. Sink into the hips. That's fine there. By the ears, onto the temples. Or if you want to, interlace the fingers behind the head. And then it's a bit further to bring the elbow down to the thigh. Ooh, that makes a bit of a difference. So you want to contact elbow to thigh. So lots of balance happening in the legs. Sink into the hips. Keep that position. Keep the breaths steady with the movements. Back to center. Now, if you want to do your 5 hydrants with your bands on, you can do so. I'm going to switch halfway through. So lift to the side, kick behind, then alternate this time. Side, back, side, back. Band just above the knees. Lift into the belly. Makes it harder with the band. So adding a little extra bit of difficulty in working through the sets. Keep the elbows not locked, but keep the arms straight so that the torso stays nice and stable. Okay. Oh, that's 5 hydrants, 1 leg. Deadlifts, 45 seconds each side. Pick a side, doesn't matter which one, because we're going to swap. So lift the knee, kick the heel back, touch down with the weight. Don't touch down with the working leg, the lifting leg. Working to really stabilize through the foot, through the standing toe. Flex the foot that you're kicking backwards. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale as you lift the knee. Exhale as you kick the heel back. Last one. Okay, shake the legs out. You can really feel that in the glutes. On the standing leg in particular, it's really having to stabilize really strong through that movement. Big toe, ground it into the earth, find the spot on the floor. Focus, move slowly if you need to. You don't have to do it fast. Whew. This is my weaker side, so way wobblier on this side. Much, much harder on my weaker leg. Balance isn't as good. Keep going. Whoop, there we go. Touchdown. Didn't mean to, but just keep going. Honestly, if you lose your focus even for a millisecond, it goes all wobbly. That's okay. You're having to really work so many little small muscles to keep that action, that movement super balanced. So, swimmers on your front. Making that W shape with the arms. Reach forwards, inhale. Exhale. Draw the elbows in towards the waist. Keeping the elbows parallel with the floor, so not touching the arms down. The legs stay lifted. So looking down to the mat, don't lift the gaze. You don't want to, no need to put pressure onto the neck. Just keep looking downwards. Long neck. No crunching the back of the neck. It's not necessary. Keep the chest lifted, elbows lifted, legs lifted. Last one. That's always hard. Such a small movement. Right. Let's do a different sit-up now. So starting lying down, extend the legs, arms out to the side. Exhale. Bring your hands in towards your ankles, then reach back, touch the back down. So backwards and forwards, this is called crucifix. So exhale as you draw the knees in. Touch the feet. Inhale as you reach down towards the floor, tap. It's like a little springboard effect. Keep going. Another 2. Do one more for me. Very good for the hip flexors as well. Working into the thigh, tops of the thigh. Okay, plank hip dips now. Onto your elbows. Rocking the hips side to side. Plank elbows. You can clasp the hands together if it helps, but hip dips. So imagine you're rainbowing the hips. Squeeze and lift into the abdominal area. You can lift the hips even higher. So it's working into shoulders a bit more. So rolling over onto the toes, side to side. 3, 2, last one. Well done, everybody. Don't know how that happened, but we seem to have lost one set. That's okay, I'll push it in next time. So we didn't do our plank 1 leg lifts. Don't know how. Seem to have lost one of the intervals, but that's okay. I'll add it in the next one. Quick sip of water. Got half a minute. Are you ready to go in 15 seconds? So we're going to start with the exercise we missed at the end. So that was a plank on the hands, lifting the legs. Let's take the band on and do it with the band, because we need the band for the goblet squats. So let's start with that plank. Strong plank. Lift the legs one at a time. So don't drop the banana at the back and don't lift the bottom too high. Find that neutral position. Lift the legs. So the band is just above the knees. Keep going. Got another 10 seconds. Keep those hips in line with the shoulders. Don't let them drop too low or lift up. 3, 2, 1 more. Okay, up we come. Do our goblet squats. So grab your weighted bag or your hand weights. Set your feet. Weight to chest. Hips. Pendulum forwards and backwards. Squeeze into the glutes. So you drive into the center of the foot, not into the heels, not into the toes. Center of the foot. Imagine the energy from there, and then the energy from the hips, forwards and backwards. Really squeeze the glutes. You send those hips forwards, work into those glutes. Keep the chest lifted. Elbows touch down to the knees. Take one more. Okay. Elbow plank. Or you can take hands on the wall. Oh, sorry. Elbow plank or hands on the floor plank. Got my band on still. So inclined plank. If you want to, you can walk the feet a little bit higher. Makes it even tougher. Gonna do shoulder taps if you got shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk the hands away, walk the feet down, then safely step the feet off the wall. Whew. Into your bridges, onto the floor. Overhead with your weights from the chest. Chest press, elbow to the side, feet in towards the buttocks. Let's drive those hips up and down. Weights up and down together. Squeeze into the abdominal area. Navel to spine. So checking the shoulders, pushing into the floor, hips are nice and high when you come into the top of your bridge. So if you have to walk your feet in a bit closer towards your buttocks to do that, or wiggle the shoulders a little bit closer to the heels. Okay, right. Kicks. Stand up then. Let's get these kicks done. Forwards, side and back. Forwards, side, back. Switch. Forwards, side, back. Forwards. Find that stable torso, stable standing leg. Spot on the floor for your focus with the eyes. Don't let the eyes drift around. It's like your drishti. Helps you balance. Really concentrate. And right, plank press up. Knee, in. Okay, check your band is just above the knees, only just. Start with a press up. Really strong. Knee. Strong press up. Squeeze into the thighs, into the hips and glutes. Keeping your body nice and straight like a plank. Elbows hugging your sides. Now elbows out to the sides. Check that band. Knee. Do 2 more press ups. Last press up. Knee in and in. Okay. Whew. Off goes the band. Into your horse stance. Nice and wide. Hands behind the head, clasp the hands. Lower the hips down. Knee to elbow. Elbow to knee. Squeeze. You draw that knee and elbow to touch. Just another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, stay with me, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Back with that band on. Let's do the 5 hydrants. This time we're going to do alternating sides. I think we did last time. Check those hands beneath the shoulders. Lift, kick, switch, lift, kick, hips nice and stable. No twisting in the body and the torso, navel to spine. And keep your toes tucked the whole time. so that you're really kicking the heel, lifting from the heel up to the ceiling. Keep the band close to the knees. Let's do one more side. Well done. One leg deadlifts. Band comes off. Find your focus. Lift the knee. Drop it down. Lift the knee. This time we're going to switch halfway through so that we can do a wall sit at the end. Okay, switch sides. Weaker leg now. Of course, I did the stronger one first. No surprise. Dominant side goes first. Should have maybe done it the other way round. But we always favour the stronger side. Let's do another two. One more. Okay, onto your fronts. Let's get those swimmers done. Nasty little things, these. Let's get it done. Lift the legs, reach away with the hands. Squeeze it in. Squeeze into the shoulder blade area. Keep looking down. Long neck. Lift the legs. So inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Squeeze in. Keep going to the end of the beeps. I know it's hard. Keep the legs lifted. Don't drop the arms. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Super tough. Okay, let's do leg lifts. On your backs, hands by the head. Lower the legs. Inhale. Exhale to lift them up. Point the toes. Don't drop the legs down. Only hover above the floor. If you want to add in a kick to the sky, add a kick to the sky. It's a candle. It's called candle lift, leg lift. What you'll find is if you do this, you're going to make your way down your mat. Okay, one more. Okay, back to the wall now. This time for our wall sit. So grab your weights. Let's get that wall sit set up. So weights on the thighs, on the hips. This time, let's lift the arms, alternating forwards. Navel to spine, back to wall. Let's check. Thighs parallel to the floor, legs parallel with each other, feet hip distance apart. So lifting the weights, level with the face. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Drop the weights down carefully. Push away from the wall. Let's do a little stretch. Well done, everyone. Ooh. So no jumping today, but still very effective. Let's do a little pigeon and a little lizard. Starting with lizard, left leg back, right foot forwards, little turn out, 45 degrees on the right foot, hands down on the inside. Let's hold it here. And then let's straighten the front leg. Bend and straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it across. Let's take a little pigeon. Upright. Come down. Pillow for your head. And if you want to, you can reach back and pull that back leg in at the same time. Two-way stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Lizard. So right leg back, left foot forwards, hands on the inside of the foot. Turn that left foot out 45 degrees, hold it here. Squeeze into the back leg, to the thigh, keep it lifted. Long neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit. Straighten and bend that front leg. A little stretch into the hamstring. Oh, that's nice. 5, 4. So you're dropping the hips down. 3. As you bend. 2, 1. Step the foot across. Coming into pigeon. First upright. Square the hips up facing forwards. Then folding down. Make a little pillow for the head. Then you can reach back for the back foot. Draw the foot in. Stretching into that. The quadriceps on the back leg. Deep breaths. 5, 4, pull the foot in a bit more. 3, not to the point of pain though. 2, 1, release the foot. Let's extend the legs in front of us. Reach up with the arms. Hinge forwards from the hips. Grab hold of the feet, whatever you can, or your ankles or your calves. Lift and lengthen so the belly lands first on the thighs. And the chest. And then the head. Let's hold it here for another 10 seconds. Exhale deeply. With every exhale, see if you can just push yourself down onto your legs a little bit more and press the backs of the legs into the mat. So don't let the legs lift. Push them down. Really activate, squeeze into the thighs. Give them a little squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the legs in. Push. Release. Lie on our tummies. Elbows into the floor. Take a little cobra. Lift the gaze. Lower it down. Slide the hands to the lower ribs. Elbows in. Let's peel the abdominals off. And then drive the hips back down. Look up. 5, 4. Little bend in the elbows if you need it. 3, 2, 1. Send the hips back. Stretch the arms forward, spider fingers. Bring the elbows down. Hands in prayer. Wiggle the elbows forwards. Reach your fingertips away from you. Down your back. Stretch into the lovely stretch into the armpit area actually, and in that place in the lower lats or the sides, the lats. Also into the triceps, I can feel backs of the arms. It's lovely. Release down. Tuck in the toes. Walk your hands to your ankles, feet nice and wide, drawing your head down into that space between the legs. Inhale to lift. Bend into the knees, hands onto your hips, safely coming up nice and slowly. Have a little stretch forwards with the palms away. Reaching up overhead. Bring your feet together, a little stretch to the side. The other side. And again, right side, left side. Behind the back, clasp the hands together, open up the chest. Lift the arms away from the bottom. Reach forwards. Reach palms away. Chin to chest. Arms open wide. Give yourself a grateful hug. Well done, everyone. Hope you have a lovely Thursday. Stay hydrated. Eat well. Stay well. And if you need to stretch some more, take a bit more stretching. But no class tomorrow. I'm at First Field, so anyone wants to join me at First Field, 8 o'clock. There's some yoga, 45-minute short class, but still worth coming if you can make it. Hope to see you there. Bye.